Have you ever received an apology that somehow left you feeling worse than before? You know the exact kind. You bring up a valid issue, someone hurt your feelings, crossed a boundary, or messed up. And they look at you and say, "I'm sorry you feel that way." Or maybe, "I'm sorry if you took it the wrong way." Suddenly, the argument shifts. You were the one who was wronged, but now you find yourself frantically explaining why you have the right to be upset. They sit back, perfectly calm, watching you scramble. If you've been in this situation, you're not crazy. You didn't overreact. You just stepped into one of the most common manipulation traps. Today, we're going to break down exactly what a fake apology is, why it messes with your head, and most importantly, how to completely shut it down without ever defending yourself. To defeat a trap, you first need to understand how it works. Let's look at what actually happens in your brain when someone delivers a non-apology. Psychologists note that a genuine apology has one core element: taking responsibility for an action. It sounds like, "I'm sorry for what I did." But a toxic person avoids responsibility at all costs. Instead of apologizing for their action, they apologize for your reaction. When you hear this, your brain experiences something called cognitive dissonance. It is a stressful mental clash. On one hand, you know they did something wrong. On the other hand, their words subtly imply that the real problem is your sensitivity. To resolve this mental tension, many people just accept the blame. You start thinking, "Maybe I'm making a big deal out of nothing." And just like that, the manipulator wins. They get off the hook, and you're left holding the guilt. You see this tactic everywhere, not just in personal relationships. Think about how celebrities or large corporations apologize when they get caught in a scandal. They rarely say, "We messed up." Instead, they release a statement saying, "We apologize for any distress this may have caused." This is the classic PR non-apology. It acknowledges the damage but completely separates the speaker from the cause of that damage. In your daily life, the most dangerous word in a fake apology is "if." "I'm sorry if I offended you." Dr. Harriet Lerner, a clinical psychologist who studies apologies, points out that the moment an "if" or a "but" is attached to an apology, it ceases to be an apology. It becomes a defense mechanism. It is designed to protect their ego. When they use these words, they are baiting you into an argument about facts, knowing you will lose your temper trying to prove them wrong. So, how do you respond? Your natural instinct is to defend yourself. You want to yell, "What do you mean if? You absolutely did it." But the moment you start defending your reality, you're playing their game. You're reacting, which gives them power. Instead, you're going to use the power of the unspoken. Tactic number 1, the 3-second pause. When they drop a fake apology, do not speak. Look them in the eyes and simply wait. Silence is incredibly uncomfortable for a manipulator because it means their trick didn't work. By saying nothing, you are communicating. "I see exactly what you're doing, and I refuse to engage." Tactic number 2, name the game. If you must speak, do not debate the details of what happened. Address the structure of their sentence. You look at them calmly and say, "That is not an apology, that is a deflection." Or, "I accept that you regret my reaction, but you still haven't taken responsibility for your action." Notice what happens when you use those phrases. You're not explaining why you're hurt. You're not begging them to understand. You're simply holding up a mirror to their behavior. Toxic people use fake apologies because they are terrified of accountability. They want the benefit of making peace without doing the hard work of admitting fault. When you stop defending yourself and start calling out the tactic itself, you strip away their cover. You do not need their validation to know your feelings are real. The next time someone says, "I'm sorry you feel that way," remember that you hold the power to just walk away. What is the most ridiculous fake apology you have ever received? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for more psychological insights.